the NFL just days away, and the big game, the Detroit Lions. This has to be, I mean, I guess years ago, they probably just everybody started on the same Sunday, right? At some point in time. But this has to be their first time ever.
Chris, you're not guessing, are you? Please tell me you're not guessing. Yeah,
I mean, I'm assuming,
yeah,
right?
The Lions don't open. The Lions don't open this season.
Right, it's a safe guess, but
not since me and you have been alive. They don't open this season.
Yeah, were they in the original NFL before the merger?
Yeah, no, they've been.
So maybe then.
I mean, but back then it was just Sundays. It was 12 games. It was different. The only thing the Lions have, Chris,
Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving,
and that was because everybody wants to take that away from them.
Right, but the owner of the Lions is the guy who came up with the idea, and that's why.
I used to be. Why?
I know.
Why the Lions?
Everybody around the country used to bellyache to me and go like, "Why do we have to watch them?" And that's the marquee game, Chris, because everybody has Thanksgiving dinner and then. Right? Could you? I mean, watch the game and then have Thanksgiving dinner at 4:00. That's just right.
No doubt. All right, but anyway, they are new and improved, and they are opening up against the defending champion Kansas City Chiefs. And Rob, to add a little more intrigue to this thing, Chris Jones, arguably at this point the best defensive tackle in the league, with all due respect to Aaron Donald, who is, getting older. And certainly the best defensive player on the Chiefs, Chris Jones. He's holding out, so he doesn't look like he'll be playing. Even if they get a deal done, Rob, at this point, I don't see any way he's playing in this game. Travis Kelce, the, best tight end in football. Patrick Mahomes' number one target. Hyperextended his knee today. He's uncertain for Thursday is what they're saying, but Rob, it is very much looking like he probably won't play.
Why would they push it?
Right, exactly.
You're going to push him out there to play in the opener so that he could get seriously hurt and then be out for the season? Is that
right? Makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense. I'd be stunned, Chris, if he's out there.
No, makes no. Unless it just, sometimes I'm thinking particularly like an Anthony Davis or something. you find out, it's nothing, But in barring something like that, I totally agree with you. He doesn't need to be playing. So there you have it. The Detroit Lions get a banged-up Kansas City Chiefs team. Rob, is this enough to make you think that the Lions might actually win this thing?
No, I'm still not convinced, even though they have a golden opportunity. And what I'm going to say to you, Chris, is this on? Hello? People listening in Detroit, Motortown, Motor City, Motown.
Wow.
Here's your moment.
Here it is.
If you don't win this game, if you don't beat the Chiefs in Kansas City without Kelce, without Jones, you're frauds.
Oh.
You're phonies. Here's your moment, Chris. The NFL has elevated you. They've put you on, right, prime time to open the season against the defending champs. Everybody in Las Vegas and around the country had been putting down shekels that you're going to win the division. You're going to win Coach of the Year. You're going to go to the Super Bowl. All of this stuff. And you're handed a silver platter to start the season. The Chiefs, without their best defensive player and their best pass catcher, Chris, it's all set up. If the Lions are real, if the Lions are not the $3 bill I think they are, Chris, win this freaking game and bury the Chiefs from day one. Go into Kansas City. Eat yourself some sloppy ribs. Throw the bones at Patrick Mahomes' feet and walk out of there victorious with your first win of the season. And maybe, just maybe, I'll believe in the Lions and this 2023 season. If they don't get it done, Chris, it'll be same old Lions.
Wow.
SOL, fraudulent from top to bottom. That's where I'm at on this game and what the Lions should do to the Chiefs.
Wow. That's a take for you. I disagree, but that's a take for you. Here's my thing, Rob. Now, I'm with you in that it would be a huge statement by the Lions to win this game. It would put everybody on notice. I still don't think you would believe, because I think you would say, oh, Chris Jones wasn't there. Travis Kelce wasn't there. They did nothing. But
that would be a good take on the game after.
That would be your take. You know that. But here's the thing, Rob. And look, yes, the Lions are getting some hype. But let's keep it real. Very few people think they're going to the Super Bowl. I think it's virtually a consensus that the best three teams in the NFC are Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Dallas. So nobody's saying they're in that class. What people are saying is simply they should win that division and make the playoffs. That's it. And so if you lose to the world champions, yes, they're missing two of their three best players. But you know who they're not missing? Mr. Mahomes, who's 5-0 on opening weekend in his career. And Rob, who, as great as Travis Kelce is, this dude went out and won a Super Bowl without Tyreek Hill. So they are still the champs. I get it. You're right. They're diminished. It should be a better chance for the Lions to win. But I'm just saying, because the expectations are simply get to the playoffs. And their division is not very strong. The NFC is not very deep. And so if they lose this game on Thursday, it does not mean they're frauds.
It does, just like last year, Chris, when all they needed to do was go to Carolina to win that game. And what they do, give up 350 yards on the ground in a game that they should have won, that would have, put them in a situation where they would have made the postseason. That was the game they needed to win. They didn't win. In this case, if you're ever going to stop people from not buying into you, is go to Kansas City and win a game that has been set on a platter for you. And I'm not saying, Chris, you got to win by 40 or blow them out. Win the game. Win the game.
What was
win
Cincinnati
the game
last year? 0-2? 2-4? Were they 2-4? They were certainly 0-2. You had written them off before that. I wrote them off after the 0-2 start. What happened? They got to the AFC title game.
You putting the Lions in that category?
No, I'm just saying, losing game one doesn't mean a thing.
Not with all the talk about the Lions from their own people.
They're playing the defending champs.
No, but I'm saying, Chris, if they were at full strength going on the road, that's fine. Here's an opening. Take advantage of it is all I'm saying. And if you can't beat them where they don't have all two of their three top players, what are you really expecting? Really? You're expecting the Lions to do something different? I'm telling you,
it would win the division.
It would tell people.
That's what people are expecting.
It would tell people a lot about the Lions. I would call them fraudulent, and I think that people would say, oh, okay, trust me.
What
it would
do you
be
think
like
the expectations are?
Well, a lot of people are betting money on the Lions, and some people think they're coming out of the NFC.
It's probably a good bet because of the odds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Throw money at it, and hey, if it happens, great.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But they're not a favorite. You know that.
There are a lot of people who are riding this Lions bandwagon, and all I'm saying to you is, here's your opportunity to change the narrative about the Lions, even without those guys. And if you just go there and say, well, you beat them without them. Well, we're supposed to beat them. We're a good team. Yeah, we are. We did. They're not there. We're supposed to beat them, and that's exactly what we did. If you don't, you'll be like, well, who are they beating? Why should we be afraid of them if you're Green Bay or you're Chicago or you're the Vikings? What would make you afraid of the Lions, who didn't make the playoffs and couldn't even beat a beat-up and beleaguered Kansas City Chiefs team?